All right, folks, on Wednesday, when Donald Trump spoke at NABJ, he came out whining and complaining about the microphones not working, y'all were late, y'all had me waiting 35 minutes, you know, and he was just whining. He was lying. Before it came out, my frat brother, Phil Lewis, showed a photo I just sent y'all. Phil and I took a photo today. I need to show him some love. Phil, this is the photo of Phil. Okay, so I want to show you. I'll show the brother some love. This is the tweet that he posted on Wednesday with regards to why the program was late. It was supposed to start at 12 noon, did not start. He said, "I'm told that Trump is demanding that NABJ not do the live fact checking, and that's why the event hasn't started yet." Well, today, Axios reported this scoop that was the case. If y'all pull up your story. So they claim that backstage, the President Ken Lemon said that the mic issue was resolved quickly, that the Trump people did not want live fact checking to take place. Lemon was preparing a statement to read as to why Trump basically was going to leave, and then Trump decided to walk out on stage. Lemon confirms this to Axios. Here's my problem. And I've had people come to me, Roland, bruh, do you have to be so hard on NABJ? Yes. Because I believe in transparency. In this case, I believe President Ken Lemon, and I like Ken, I voted for Ken. But in this case, he's failed NABJ. Donald Trump sat on that stage and lied. And they knew he was lying. So they allowed that lie to be stated and to be spread across the nation and the world. And so then you come back and tell Axios what really happened. You don't tell the membership, you tell Axios. I'm not going to let that man sit on stage and basically say, we dealing with CP time here. They 35 minutes late. They ain't got their stuff together. They so weak, they microphones didn't work. That was a lie, and NABJ President Ken Lemon knew it. And what he should have done, the moment Donald Trump lied, he should have said, 1 second, hand me the microphone. He should have said, Donald Trump, he could have called him Mr. Trump if he wanted to. I wouldn't call him Mr. President. He should have said, Donald Trump, as the president of this organization, I cannot allow you to lie to our members or lie to the assembled media or lie to the world. What you just said is a lie. The delay took place because you and your team did not want us to have live fact checking of your appearance here. You are more than happy. We're more than happy to allow you to give your opinion. But if there's anything that's fake news, it's what you just said. And then he should have went back and sat down. That, for me, I got a problem with that, Matt. I got a problem when you let that man lie and embarrass your organization and you don't correct his ass in real time.
Yeah, I think you've stated it perfectly. I don't know that I have too much to add beyond, I would say that I think we see that often, not even just in the NABJ context, but there is a deference and a diplomacy, a diplomaticness, if you will, paid to blatant dishonesty. And rather than allowing him to say it and then on the back end trying to triage it, you got to cut it off at the pass, like you were saying. Take the mic and say, no, that's not true, particularly when, as he is wont to do, you're playing on racial stereotypes. I mean, as you were saying, it's exactly what I was thinking. It's like he came and said, I'm here with you Negroes. Y'all on CP time, couldn't start on time. Your microphones ain't working. And that isn't true. What's true is you didn't want to be exposed to the live fact checking and you stalled this starting. And it is important that everybody there know that's exactly what it was and not some failing of the membership that makes it look like you did something wrong when you didn't. So I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And again, Michael, I mean, folks like Red Roland, man, you being too hard on NABJ, you being too hard on the executive director, Drew Berry, you being too hard on Ken Lemon. No, I'm not. I am a 35-year member of this organization. I have given a lot to this organization. I believe in transparency. I believe in truth. I believe that you stand up and you tell people everything that went down. And I'm sorry, you don't tell Axios something before you tell the membership. They could have sent out an e-blast correcting that. But again, you do not let that man lie on stage. And you don't come. First of all, do you know what I'm just saying? The delay was caused because Donald Trump did not want live fact checking.
Right.
And then when he comes out and lies, you don't live fact check him.
Yeah, you know, I read the whole piece today from Axios.com. I saw your post on Instagram on the day of the conference, calling out the lies that the Trump War Room put out, saying that President Trump has been waiting backstage for NABJ to fix their audio issues, and you said that was 100% lie. So I saw that real time when you posted that. And on page 2 of the piece from Axios.com, Ken Lemon says Trump's team eventually asked NABJ not to post the fact-checking on its social media platforms or allow the moderator to disclose that there would be fact-checking. So, you know, there comes a point where you have to show some integrity. And I know Ken Lemon was saying, okay, there were 2,000 people there. They started lining up for 3 hours. But sometimes you just have to say, you know what? It's better that he doesn't take the stage, because not only did he lie, but he continued to attack African-American female journalists like Rachel Scott, who were just doing their job. Rachel Scott at ABC News, just doing their job and holding him accountable because he really didn't want to answer the questions, just like he didn't want to answer the questions in the June 27th debate. So sometimes it's better not to let somebody like that take the stage. But what Donald Trump wanted is he wanted clips that they could play on Fox News to show him engaging with African Americans. And then they say, oh, they were hostile to him except for Harris Faulkner, who's a token at Fox News. Let's just be honest. OK, she didn't ask any really hard pressing questions. I think the last question was about Project 2025, something like that. So this is really problematic. And I think, you know, I'm not a member of NABJ. I have been to an event, a conference or screening of a movie with Spike Lee a few years ago here in Detroit. They got played with this. This is like really embarrassing. And it's caused a rift in NABJ also.
Yeah, I mean, and again, my problem is you let the man lie.
Yes.
And you didn't correct him. And that to me, you got see, here's the whole deal, Matt, and I think this is the problem. You got a lot of mainstream journalists, they don't want to, no, we can't be confrontational, we can't feel as if, I mean, you got Harris Faulkner, her trifling ass, said yesterday that she felt that Rachel Scott, her opening question was too aggressive and didn't say glad to have you here, and good afternoon, Mr. Trump, and didn't say, sorry about the assassination attempt 18 days ago, and on and on and on. That ain't our job. They started late. They had finite time. Rachel got right to the questions. That's what you're supposed to do. But I'm just sitting here, I'm like, yo, like these black journalists and other journalists have got to stop this deferential bullshit when you dealing with a bullshit artist. And that's my problem. They want to sit here, no, we can't do that because it's going to look like, we're biased. No. When a person lies, like when they come on this show, if you want to give your opinion, give your opinion. But if your ass lie, I'm going to shut the lie down, set the truth, and then say, go ahead and finish. But I don't understand allowing the lie to stand, and you don't say nothing, even after the thing was over, and he walked off. Man, come on, dog. Man, go ahead.
Again, you said it all. I mean, here's the thing. First,
no. I want you to get your thoughts on. I think too many of these mainstream journalists,
yes,
are being deferential to him and not wanting to push, not wanting to aggressively question. It's just, no, he's a Republican out in the East, so, what to do these things. You ain't dealing with a normal ass person.
No.
Right,
I'll take it a step further. I don't think they're just being deferential. I think sometimes they're afraid. And I don't understand why. Because this is a guy who's, all hat and no, I can't remember the idiom. But in any event,
all hat, no cattle.
I know, all hat, no cattle. I mean, here's the thing. It's all fluff. It's all hot air. So when he gets pressed on it, he's going to fold like a house of cards. And I don't understand why journalists are not harder hitting on him, especially because, correct me if I'm wrong, but journalistic ethics require that, right? You got to get to the truth. You can't disseminate things are dishonest. So especially in a situation like this, because it's always about him and it's always about sound bites and it's always about creating certain impressions. So I don't understand why they didn't take the opportunity to plant the flag here and literally say, we're not going to have this unless you submit to live fact checking, and go out on stage and say, Mr. Trump, however you want to refer to him, does not want to engage in the fact checking. That is something that we're requiring for this event to go on. So it's not going to go on, because then you have the credibility of saying we're doing it the right way and we're not going to allow him to come out and lie, and we're not going to give him deference and a stage on which to do that. And that to me seems to be like the quintessential journalistic ethic that you're required to use. So I don't understand why they did not push him harder here, and why journalists across the board allow him to lie and don't just cut it off at the pass in every instance where they know it's happening.
And Michael, I am so sick of trifling. For her to sit.
You breaking up, bro. Okay, so for Harris Faulkner there to just sit there. Now, keep in mind, Harris Faulkner's from Fox News. Fox News was sued for $708. Fox News paid a settlement of $787 million to Dominion Voting Systems for a lawsuit for spreading lies about the 2020 election. So Harris Faulkner did exactly what I thought she would do, and probably why she was there in the first place. OK, I agree with Roland. There should have been at least one African-American man there on stage. Black media should have been involved as well. Black-owned media should have been involved as well. But I encourage people to look at. I have this fact checking from CNN up here on my computer right now. Fact check: Trump's lie that Harris all of a sudden embraced a black identity. Check that out at CNN.com. Not only does he continue to attack African-American female journalists especially, but then he goes and lies on Vice President Kamala Harris in front of a room full of African-Americans. So, we have to be more responsible, I think, when it comes to who we put on stage, who we allow to go on stage in front of African Americans, especially if they don't agree to being fact checked. Sometimes it's better to just walk away. What are your thoughts on that, Matt?
I agree. Correct. I mean, completely. I think that if you're going to be running for president, you got to be willing to, one, be truthful, and two, put yourself in situations where you're willing to be live fact checked. I mean, the fact that you don't want to be live fact checked shows that you know you're lying. You know what I'm saying? And it's right. A crazy idea that would be the thing that would keep you from going onto the stage to try to get votes for a group, a contingent of people that you know are inherently suspicious of you, right? You're trying to get more black votes. So you should take the opportunity to go and avail yourself of whatever opportunity to do that, particularly somewhere as esteemed as an NABJ event. So to say I'm not going to go on if you have live fact checking is absurd, especially because if you know you're not lying in the instances where you misspeak, you just clarify that. You say, I said Correct. It was 27. It's really 30.
No,
that's my mistake.
Yeah, he can't do that. he can't do that because he's a liar. But again, see, Rachel Scott has been a professional. She didn't question them lame ass questions that Harris Faulkner down there asked. She didn't do that. But for Harris to go, she should have. She was just too aggressive, and just now Harris, yo sorry ass, didn't like the fact that Rachel hit him with the question about his racist attacks on folk. You ain't like y'all. Why are we showing still photos when we got a video? Can y'all help me out? Why are we showing we got a video? Why are we showing still photos? Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, you got video, show the damn video. All right. But I'm sitting there like, when she hits him with the question, hey, I just thought that was just too aggressive. No, Harris Faulkner wanted Rachel to kiss his ass. She wanted her to bow down and kiss his feet like Harris does. Well, thank God Rachel Scott ain't lame ass Harris Faulkner, Michael.
Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. But you have some scared people. You have some scared African Americans in media who are afraid to go after Donald Trump like Rachel Scott did. And the advantage that you have, Roland, is that you own your stuff. So you can't be fired. You can go as hard as you need to go. Some of the other journalists, I hate to say it, but some of them, it feels like some of them may be compromised, okay, and are afraid to really go there and hold him accountable like he should be. So, this I think this was this reminds me of like the guy who gave the commencement address to Florida A&M University and turned out to be a fraud also, right? And he was the big hemp multimillionaire. He turned out to be a fraud. This is like really, really bad what happened. But I encourage people to look at the fact checking from CNN.com, look at the fact checking from the New York Times also, because these lies that Donald Trump told, they have to be exposed and they have to be attached to him. OK, and this is why it was really a big problem with the June 27th debate on CNN when there was no fact checking there, because he told over 30 lies. He told over 30 lies and got away with it. And it's hard to try to put the toothpaste back in the tube after the fact.
Well, I just sit here and just watch this. And again, I'll say this here, and I'm going to close the segment out with this here. Harris Faulkner, keep Rachel Scott's name out your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Go on over there with your Trump-loving network, but keep Rachel Scott's name out your mouth.
Ashe.
Because on that stage, the only person who brought the funk and who was a strong journalist was Rachel Scott of ABC News. And Donald Trump, they ain't fake news. You don't like the fact they don't let your weak ass lie.
Visit our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, so you can register for this full 12-week online history course. And I'm getting ready to, as soon as I finish this broadcast, we're going to jump in the class of my online school and start teaching class number 1. So these classes will be on Saturdays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're running a little behind schedule today, so I had to get everything set up. But go to our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, scroll down the page. You'll see the second class that I teach, Black Resistance Movements, Christopher Columbus, the Haitian Revolution, and Black Power Movement, 1492 to 1968. We do that on Sundays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So click right here to register for the second course. You can register for the course bundle for both classes on sale for $120. Click right here to register for the course bundle. This content is PG-13, so you can use this with your children also. I don't do a lot of cursing. It's nothing like that. It's a very visual class. So we have 200 slides in the PowerPoint presentation, video clips that we look at, book references, 80 to 100 articles. And then, we have class number 1 of Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, Understanding the Transatlantic Slave Trade. Click right here to register for that. And the class lesson plan is here for the full course. You can download the class lesson plan. Okay, so there's a ton of information that we cover in this class. I'm just giving you a brief overview. Okay, so have you all learned anything so far? How do you all like this type of information? And who still needs to register for this class? So when we scroll down, we look at some of the other content that we'll cover. We'll look at archaeological discoveries that keep causing the scientists and archaeologists and paleontologists to push the timelines back. And these are archaeological discoveries that show an African presence in parts of the world earlier than people thought. Okay. So there was one good article, Recap Humans Are 100,000 Years Older Than We Thought. This is from the New York Post. We'll look at the lost city. There were 2 lost cities of Egypt. One, dazzling Aten, which was discovered a few years ago, but then also Tanis Heraklion, which was discovered about 2013.